So another question that comes up is, what is my biggest fear when it comes to trying to launch this piece? My biggest fear is perceived lack of credibility. My biggest fears are how it's going to be received. But ultimately, my deepest and darkest fear is that I will give up on this dream before I'm able to realize it. And the reason this is my biggest fear is because I understand how tough it is to try and empower people. And I understand how tough it is to try and start an entrepreneurship movement geared towards females, especially when you do not have all the experience required, especially when there are people that are doing exactly what you're doing it and they're doing it so much better. And so my biggest fear is every night when I think of why I'm in pursuit of this, there's always that thought at the back of my head that says, Matt, you're probably not going to achieve this because of 1, 2, 3. Matt, you're probably not going to achieve this because you don't have the resources, because you're scared, because there are people doing it better than you. And that fear eats me alive to the point where I feel like giving up. I feel like, you know what, maybe I should just let it go. But the only thing that continues to drive me is the fact that I want that sense of freedom. I look at my mom, even now at the age of, I think she's 50 now, still working to try and support her children. And I'm thinking, what if I can just, if anything, create this business space, this entrepreneurship space to empower my mom so that she can have the agency of choice. So my biggest fear is not being able to allow or not being able to create a platform, a system, a movement, and developmental space in which my mom can experience agency of choice. Ultimately, I do this for her. And in the process, I hope to take as many other women over with me.